We'll also clap at the end.
And in the middle.
Whatever. We got it.
And yeah, if there's a break, a pause anywhere where we have to go get food or Taylor has to pee, we also will clap.
Okay.
Okay.
That'll keep us roughly on sync.
Wait, why do you think I gotta pee?
You always have to pee.
You shut your whore mouth.
And
I heard
that's
about
how
your
we'll
problem,
start
Taylor.
this podcast.
Look, I only apparently have this problem during the winter because it went away all of summer.
Did
and
it?
Like, yeah, it did. It really did. And then suddenly, like 2 weeks ago, it's like I'm pissing every 20 minutes.
What?
So when it's
It
cold,
could be the beer.
your pee-pee
but I'm not
goes
gonna blame the
in
beer.
yourself.
Yeah, I
and
think
then
it's
you
the
have
beer.
to pee more often.
I think it's the beer.
Okay, then we're good.
Yeah, just do
All
music.
right, we're good. So we
Yeah.
start
Music.
with Taylor's pee-pee problem, and then
Yeah.
a little music, and then here we are.
Yeah. I'm Addi.
You've arrived.
Welcome to the podcast
With Addi.
with Addi.
It's just Addison here today.
And Thad.
Yeah, just Addison.
Taylor just couldn't
And-
join us again.
I know.
Taylor can never make
and
it.
Coop
Yeah.
and Taylor. You were there, and you were there, and you were there.
Taylor wasn't there.
Taylor
Taylor's never
was
there.
No, Taylor wasn't. I think Taylor got squished by a house.
This is going to be confusing for people who don't understand what's going on.
Okay.
I'm Thad.
And it's not going to be confusing because there were only 4 fuckers listening to it. So
But I'll be confused when I drive to work and then
I
I
know,
go,
yeah,
"Wow,
I'll be-
I think Taylor was there, but I'm not sure."
Was that me saying I'm Thad, or was that Taylor? I don't know.
They all sound alike.
I was
Well, at least
listening.
3 of them.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm Cooper.
and I may be Taylor.
Okay, so what have you guys been playing? We'll start with that. How about that?
I played a lot this week.
Did you?
Let's first say
whoa.
Taylor and Coop are in Texas.
Yeah,
Thad and Addi are in LA still.
living the dream.
Have you guys been playing games together out in Texas or?
No,
Or,
I've just been, when I go on vacation, I just play a lot of video games.
Fair enough.
I was really my curiosity got piqued when you asked me to get off so you could play Undertale.
I've been playing Undertale.
How far have you gotten? Did you get past the tutorial this
I'm
time?
I'm at the Tim's Village.
Tim's
I
Village.
gave that son of a bitch 1,000 of my money. I sold everything I had to get to 1,000 to send that motherfucker to college. He comes back and he's like, "All right, went to college. Now you can buy something that costs 9,000 gold from me because I'm smart enough to sell you that."
Oh, yeah.
You
the
son of a
Tim's-
bitch.
I don't even know what Undertale is. Wait.
Wow.
It's an overrated game, Taylor. Don't worry.
I heard y'all
Whoa.
talking about it last time, but I don't.
I mean,
I'm
'cause
still,
it came out.
I'm still
like last
not
year,
sold
right?
on it.
It's been a
I
while.
still would not tell anybody
been a
to
while.
play it.
Look, I've been pretty hardcore this week. I played the Pokemon demo for Sun and Moon,
Oh.
Whoa.
and
dude, the
I played
demo.
Fallout 4.
Oh, you played Fallout 4.
I haven't beat it yet.
Neither have I. I gave up. You know exactly where I gave up because I stopped making YouTube videos about it.
Is that really the last time you played?
I've got like a couple more in the hopper, but I just recently just deleted them. I was like, these are never coming out. I'm not playing. This game is so boring.
I have
Is
a
it
lot
boring,
of I have
or-
a lot of fun playing it.
I think the problem was, Addison, you were making videos for it, and
Yeah.
you were playing it so much slower than anyone else. Like, we were playing it
Yeah.
at the same time, and I was so far ahead of you in the game, and you had played way more hours than me.
Yeah.
Because I think you were trying to, do commentary and play through it and show everything.
Well, I was just doing the main storyline.
Maybe you're just really bad at games.
was just doing. Yeah, I mean, you could see on there. Remember our fucking like rhyme I had to come up with. Remember the fucking
That was
railroad?
actually really funny. That was really funny. Lasagna.
Yeah,
and stuff. I don't even remember
yeah.
what it is right now, but that was really good.
I spelled out railroad.
That's right.
Spoiler alert: the Underground Railroad password is railroad.
Railroad.
And Addison
A.
couldn't remember that, and he had to make a stupid song that didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Well, I finally made it to the institute, and it's like really anticlimactic because it's like you've made it. Now go
Yeah.
talk to these 4 professors. I'm like, I don't what.
Yeah, I felt the same way. I was like, oh, okay.
Like
Yeah.
I did get kind of. I mean, this game's been out forever, so
Yeah, talk
No,
to us
fuck
about
about spoilers.
spoil-
I
yeah.
haven't played it yet.
well, you're going
fuck.
to get spoiled.
You're about to get spoiled.
It came out last October.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the game is like the story is what's super.
So if you don't want to
compelling
get
about it.
spoiled, turn off the podcast for like the next 5 minutes.
like,
Skip
do you
ahead.
know, like you the whole mission is you're trying to find your son.
He's dead?
I didn't know that, but super
not
original.
dead?
So much different than
Well,
Fallout
then like
3.
you get to I know they switched it. It's like what can we do this time?
I mean, they didn't make a huge deal when you got to the that whatever that station was where your dad was in Fallout 3.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, your dad's here.
well, yeah, you remember like you find the old guy that's your dad.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now you find the old guy that's your son. That's
Oh,
what they
nice.
did.
Oh,
Wait, so how old are you?
Well, you were frozen
well,
for
you're-
like 200 years.
Or is this a
or
time
something.
travel thing?
No, you've been frozen.
Oh, okay.
So it
You
kind of a
think-
time travel.
You think you're searching for like your 10-year-old son, and then you find out your son's actually like fucking 60.
So your son's smarter than you in every way.
As far as I can, but I haven't technically beat the game yet, so
He might not be a real son.
he could be a robot. So
It's weird because I know the ghost of your son is like in the game files. Like
What?
as a kid.
That's because it gets confusing because the guy who kidnapped your son, he actually got his life prolonged a lot longer too. So that's what made it confusing
Oh,
because he didn't age. Because
interesting.
yeah,
Why did he kidnap your son?
because the institute told him to.
Oh wait, yeah,
then
that, Kellogg,
And then your
right?
son grows up to like control the institute.
Seems
your,
fitting.
Your son's a badass.
He's an old man.
Yeah, he's an old man.
Sounds
He's
like
older
he-
than you.
Sounds like he could take care of himself. He
Yeah, it
didn't
sounds
need
like
you.
he did just fine. Yeah. What does he need me for?
What was he going to be if he stayed with you?
Dead.
Farming some two-headed Brahmins?
No, he's going to be
he
dead.
would be dead. Yeah.
Yeah, so your son was successful because he got taken away from you.
Well, yeah. Also, there was some weird genetics thing I think going on, right, or something. Like they took him for a reason.
They took him because they needed blood that hadn't been like exposed to radiation.
Oh, so you're like a
Wait,
prize
that's
racehorse
it?
in this.
That's really the only reason.
Yeah, all the other humans have been exposed to radiation, so they needed somebody. That's why they went for the baby because
Yet
he was.
they fucking kill your wife.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, if the wife's been exposed to radiation,
She
this
hasn't.
isn't adding up for me already.
No, what?
And
who
you
killed-
are exposed to
No, no, no.
radiation.
His-
When that
had his
bomb goes
wife
off,
never
you
been
see
exposed
it
to
go
radiation?
off.
No, you like
The wife
literally
wasn't-
you.
no one
you
that was,
go underground
like,
and the bomb
frozen.
goes off.
There were all
Okay,
those
so the
people
wife
there.
isn't okay.
She's
I
holding.
guess I don't know the whole situation.
Literally, it starts off with you get into the vault, and you get cryo-frozen. You both get unfrozen. Dickhead Kellogg opens up the thing, shoots your wife, takes the kid, and you get refrozen. And you think you get unfrozen 10 years later, but you get unfrozen about 60 years later.
Well, it sounds like this Kellogg douchebag could have just been like, "Hey guys, you're unfrozen. You have no idea what's going on. Why don't you just come with me?
Yeah,
All
why take
three
the
of you.
baby? Why not
the
just
whole
take
family?
Yeah.
what the fuck was he
yeah,
thinking?
or take
Well,
the
it's
one
probably
guy and
easy
leave
to
the other
take-
two frozen.
It's probably easy to take a baby instead of
Well, yeah.
grown
No, but he didn't have
adults
to
who are gonna
take them.
fight you.
They just came out of being frozen. They have no idea what's going on. Some guy's like, "Hey, come with me to the institute. I'll save your lives."
But the Kellogg dude was just a dick in general.
He's just a bad guy.
Yeah.
And he
it's-
sounds like he's bad at his job too.
well, essentially, you get to your son, you're like, well, why did you keep Kellogg around, essentially, even though he's such an asshole? And essentially, it's, well, he was useful. Like, he killed your mom, dickhead.
Right.
Well, yeah,
I
but
don't
he didn't know
understand
that.
that.
Killed your mom and
he
kidnapped
probably
you
didn't
from
know
me.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, and he's like, well, I didn't know that for years later.
yeah. Whatever. I killed
Yeah,
Kellogg.
Well, we're talking about a fucking year-old game.
Yeah, I know. I killed Kellogg. I took his armor. I had
That's
that
a good
sweet
game,
arm
though. It's
pad.
fun.
It was good.
I've been playing Hyperlight Drifter a lot.
Hyper light drifter.
I'm about 3/4 of the way through.
Oh
it.
yeah, that like top down hack and slash thing, right?
Yeah, it's a really weird game. It's kind of like what was that game that it was a top down where you had a bow and arrow and that was it, and it felt kind of like Shadow of the Colossus where you just go out and kill bosses.
Titan Souls or something, right?
Yeah, it feels a lot like that, except there are monsters and a lot of puzzles to solve on your way to the boss. But that's
Okay.
literally there's no dialogue in the entire game, none at all. It's just like if you talk to somebody, more like pictures appear above their head, like them just showing you visual images of what they're saying. So you don't actually hear any words ever, read anything. It's a entirely visual game.
That's
But
pretty.
the
cool.
combat system's really cool in it.
Yeah, the artwork for that looked really good.
Yeah, that's what drew
That had
me in was the
interested.
style.
Yeah,
I haven't
yeah.
played it yet, but I
Yeah,
have it on like
the
my
visuals
wish
are
list or
really
whatever.
cool. I do have a problem with the visuals because there's a lot of portions where it's hard to tell what you can and can't stand on.
Oh,
Ooh,
So like
yeah,
I'll
that's
just
a
be
bad
walking
one.
into like something will look like, oh, that's a tree. I can walk under that tree. Oh wait, no, that's a cliff. Or I'll dive off because you do this thing like dashing to jump. So there's no platforming where you jump, you dash across empty space.
Oh, and if
so
you
I'll
land
dash
on the
across
wrong one.
something and realize like, oh, that thing is actually super far below me and just background.
that
And
does
so I'll
kinda
just
suck.
fall. Luckily, you don't instantly die. It just takes a point of health, but
Oh well, then
that happens quite
But
a
it still
bit.
sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. But if you're not
So
dying,
it's like-
then it's like okay.
It's kind of a trade-off where it's beautiful. It's a beautiful game. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on sometimes.
Yeah.
But I'm really
does
enjoying
suck.
it.
I've just been playing more Skyrim. That's like all I did today. It's
Of
just
course.
play Skyrim. Which,
Nothing wrong.
yeah,
Hey,
I mean, we're talking
I
about
wanna do
Fallout
that.
4.
You say it every week, and I say the same response. Nothing wrong with it. Skyrim is a
Yeah.
great game. Nothing wrong with it.
I started playing The Witcher even, and I stopped and went back to Skyrim. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Wait, which
It's
Witcher?
Super good
The
game.
Witcher 3.
You
Witcher
finally
could-
did it?
Which?
Yeah.
For the longest time, he was telling me, he's like, no, I'm never playing The Witcher 3 unless I go back and play the original 2. And I was like, it's not worth it.
Well, I was finally just like, I was like, I gotta get away from Skyrim. I don't know why I'm still playing Skyrim. Like, sure, special
it's
edition,
fun.
tons of mods, it's fun, yeah, but it's like I've done everything.
It's familiar.
I've done
You don't have to think to play
everything.
Skyrim.
I know, and I don't, and
That's
that's what I did. I
exactly
put
why I
on
like Fallout.
Netflix. I put on Netflix, and I just went through the same fucking quests I've done like 20 times.
I love
Because
Skyrim.
you get to just
I'm-
shut off your brain. It's
I
like drugs.
really want them to make
Never been on drugs.
the next.
But I feel like
Elder
that's what drugs would
Scrolls.
be like.
It's like when you're watching How I Met Your Mother for the 10th time.
Oh my god. No, I've probably seen that all 8 seasons of that 70s show probably close to 40 times at this point.
See, and I try not to do that kind of stuff. Like I try to like when I'm playing a game, I try not to have anything else on and just focus on just the game.
Right.
But then yeah, I just fall back into it again. I gotta stop. I gotta go play Dark Souls or
Well,
something.
I never watch something and play a game at the same time. That's just fucking weird.
Yeah,
What?
I don't really
Wait,
do
really?
that either. Unless I'm
just
playing
watch-
like Hearthstone, but then that's not
Yeah,
like
that
an
makes
intense
sense.
game.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I'm playing an action or an RPG, I have nothing else on.
No, really? I normally throw on like just like some Netflix show or YouTube, and then I just play Skyrim.
Nah.
I just have to
there's,
watch something until I fall asleep. That's why I've seen that 70s show that many fucking times.
No, I just listen to
It's
our
easier when it's
podcast.
something you've already seen.
I said I just listen to our podcast to fall asleep.
Oh.
Yeah, like and that's what happens every time I want to take a nap. I'm like, I'm gonna take a nap, and Brittany turns on something I haven't seen. I'm like, well, here goes my next hour and a fucking half.
Yeah,
A fucking half is different from a regular half. Just to let you know.
I assumed.
yeah.
There's some new information about Overwatch. I don't know if you guys know about. You might because you guys played at work a lot, I guess.
Please
And I
share.
know a lot about Overwatch because I downloaded the demo and never played it.
Oh, you didn't
there's
do
a-
a
Okay,
free
can I
weekend?
just say something
Yeah.
real quick? You played the demo for Pokemon and
Yeah.
then the demo for Overwatch?
Yeah.
Who plays demos anymore?
I didn't even know they made demos for
Whoa,
I
this.
didn't know they
whoa,
made.
whoa.
Yeah, one, I didn't
was
know
just
they
a
made
free
demos.
weekend.
And
It was a free
is this
weekend.
Like the 90s?
Okay, it's a free weekend.
was a free weekend.
It's a multiplayer only
that's
game. How are you
different
gonna do a
than a
demo?
demo.
And I was like, I'm gonna play this game, and then I was like, this is gonna be done in 5 hours, and it was midnight. So I'm like, I'm gonna go to bed, and then by the time I had time, it was Monday.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah, I mean it's a fun game. It's on sale
Overwatch
right now.
is great. I would just buy that.
All these
on whatever you can.
it's like 30
That
bucks.
game is so
it's a good game.
Everything's on sale right now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Buy it all.
Buy
Just
it.
buy everything.
Buy Overwatch,
But,
Taylor. It's
Overwatch-
so
I have
good.
all these fucking games I still haven't played. I still have to beat Fallout 4.
and you never will. So just
I need
buy
to
the
beat
game.
Dead
just-
Rising
so just
3, for
move
God's
on.
sake.
You're never gonna beat
No, you're
that.
not wrong.
Wait,
I
Dead
do
Rising
have the
3
problem
is
now.
fun though. I beat that
It
game.
is really
That
fun.
game's good.
I'm trying to save money, so I'm like, I'm like, Taylor, you don't need to buy any more games.
No.
You have all these other games you still haven't beaten.
I was just talking
I
about
have-
that with Addison before the podcast. I was talking about like computer parts and games and
Yeah.
like the Black Friday sales, and I'm like, I didn't want to do any of it because it's like, I don't need to spend money on that stuff right now. More important things in life.
Yeah.
Like I've been fighting. I was like, okay, I want a PC, but
Yeah.
then I'm just gonna have a bunch of. I've already bought games for PC when I don't even have a fucking PC because the goddamn
They're so cheap.
Humble
because
Bundle?
the Steam sales.
Oh.
I own all of the Five Nights at Freddy's, but I have never played them. because-
Those on a Mac, can't you?
no, they're not on the Mac.
They're on iPhone, but they're not on Mac.
Yeah, I
they're
played it
not
on.
really?
I played it
Oh,
on
wow.
my iPad.
That's really
And I'm
funny
like-
to me.
I own all of them. I'm like, one day I'm gonna have a PC, and one day I'm gonna play these because
One day I'm gonna
they
play
were like
Five Nights at Freddy's. One day
They
I'll
they
be
were
scared.
$2 today. So
The day you get a PC, you're gonna have about 600 games.
I already have like 600
No, I'm
games.
talking about from between me, Addi, and
Oh
Dad.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like family sharing.
You
Yeah.
won't have to buy anything.
No. You won't have to worry
This-
about games no more.
That's the
got you,
problem
bud.
I have is I keep thinking I'm gonna work my way through games that I have in my library, and then I sit down and I play multiplayer games only.
Yeah.
When I have time.
Every time I see you playing, you're playing multiplayer.
I know. It's
Except for
either-
The Witcher, which is like a 400-hour game.
Yeah, that's an intense
I'm like
game.
I'm 80 hours into that game, and I haven't finished it.
I know, and that's what I was thinking. I was like, it's a long weekend. I'm playing Witcher. I sat down, I played it for an hour. It's like, I died to like something that was way stronger than me. I was like, I'm just gonna go back to Skyrim.
I just gotta go back to something easy.
You
I know.
died.
I fought like a level 7 Wraith, and I was like dodging around and stuff. But it had
You
skulls
didn't leave
over-
your magic trap on the ground. That's why you died.
What's a magic trap? See, it was
You
like
can't You can't hit a wraith unless you have magic traps on the ground.
Come on, Addison. You
I
know
was
this.
hitting him. Oh,
God.
it said like it had a skull over his head. It said like don't attack these things. I was like, whatever. I just got through the tutorial. I could kill this. And then
I
Wha-
mean,
I
level
just
1
got
to
through
level
the
7, you
tutorial.
probably could have if you dodged
that's what,
well enough.
that's what I was trying to do.
But you can't hurt it unless you put a magic trap on the
My
ground.
silver sword was working. Maybe it wasn't a wraith. Maybe it was a banshee or something. But like it was on the path to do my normal quest. It was like, here, go here, and there was like a power, like a stone of power or something.
Yeah,
and
this
he's
isn't
like,
Skyrim. Nothing levels to you.
I understand that, but I was like, well, if I can dodge it and hit him, I win. It's just like Dark Souls. Everything's
Well, clearly
relative.
you couldn't dodge it.
No, I
dodgeball.
can't because I just started playing the fucking game and the dodge mechanic's weird. And wraiths disappear.
Yeah, that's okay. You put the magic trap on the ground, and when they come near you, they become visible and they go slower.
Oh, see, I was just letting them appear and then like dodging real quick and attacking back.
Yeah, you're
before
doing it
they-
wrong. You leave your magic trap on the ground and stand in it.
Well, there
And
we
then
go.
They're vulnerable when they get near you.
Well,
You're
maybe
all
I'll,
wrong because
maybe I'll
you
pick
just
it back
need
up.
to practice the 5 Ds of dodgeball.
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Dive. Was it dive, duck?
Dodge.
Dick.
It starts with dodge.
It was dive. Yeah, dodge, dive, duck, dip, and dodge.
yeah. I mean, if you can dodge a wraith, you can dodge a ball.
That's what they say.
Only a wraith like sucks out your soul, so you know,
Yeah.
dodge that.
No. Witcher 3 is an amazing game, though.
Yeah.
I need
It's,
to dive into that DLC.
I'm just really disappointed there aren't like these RPG games. I really like Skyrim because you can just sort of like pick your path, not necessarily quest wise, but like character wise. It's like I'm just gonna be a fucking armor smith, or I'm just gonna do this, or just do that. And it's like, what other games are there that do that?
I don't know. That's why I was saying I really want another Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
And I was really hoping they were going to announce one at E3 this year. But they announced like the Skyrim HD remake, which is cool.
It's all right.
What do you mean it's all right? You've already
It's
played
not
like
that
100
cool.
hours this
It's
week.
not that cool at all.
It's fine. Well, for like people who don't have PCs and maybe missed out on it on the last generation,
That's true too.
go ahead, hop in there and play it now because
And
it's
get
so
some
good.
mods. Yeah, on console you get the mods now.
It was just a money grab.
Yeah, absolutely.
And look, the Nintendo Switch is going to get it in like 4 months.
They
even though
upgraded. They upgraded the graphics. They didn't fix any of the bugs.
Nope. Nope. They did not.
That's how you know it was just a fucking money grab. They didn't try to make the game better at all.
Nope. Not a single bit. Yeah, and right now I'm just going through and playing mods that like, oh hey, they ported over this mod. And it's like all the mods I've already played already. I don't know what I'm doing. It's crazy.
I've never played any mods. Does that make you feel any better?
Oh, you should. And when Fallout gets its special edition, you should play the Fallout mods too, because there are a lot of good Fallout mods.
Well, I didn't play even the 360 version until it came out like 4 years after it came out.
Oh wow.
Well, it was like, oh, this is $20. I'm gonna play this, and they consumed my life for probably 2 weeks.
It'll do that.
Consume my life forever.
Yeah.
And so I got distracted by something else. I don't remember what it was. Probably
Probably a
alcohol
demo.
at that point.
Yeah.
That'll happen too.
Yeah.
Oh, but back to Overwatch.
That really might have been.
Yeah,
it,
sorry. Yeah,
actually.
what was your
Yeah, what
news
was
that
the
you wanted to
Overwatch?
share?
Yeah.
There's arcade mode in Overwatch now. I don't know if you guys have already seen it.
Yeah, I'm aware of this big update, but please feel free to talk about it.
I'm not a fan
What does it do?
because it's so there's a bunch of different game modes they added. One is a 1v1. It's a first to win 5 rounds. Mm-hmm. And it's just a small arena. You both spawn as the same hero and try to kill each other. And then you die, it switches heroes, and you do it again until one of you wins 5 times.
Oh, that doesn't sound all that great.
And yeah, that's like the last thing I want to be doing in Overwatch, because Overwatch is a fun team game.
Yeah, here's this cool team game. Now here, just 1v1.
I think they
Then
were
there's-
just branching out to have more than just quick play or the random brawl. I think they were just trying to add random things for, I don't know, everyone to play. Blizzard
I
tries
feel
to,
like that's just going to split the community more, and it doesn't use the game at all. Because the whole game's all about classes. 1v1 doesn't take advantage of that at all.
Yeah, you get 2 Reapers. It's like, okay, I turned invisible, and then I come out of it at just the right time. Now he turns invisible, now I wait. And then maybe I'll teleport.
It was pretty boring.
Yeah, or 2 Torbjorns. It's got to be like the worst fucking thing in the world. It's like, oh, quick, set up your turret.
And then there's one game mode that it's okay. It's fine. It's 3v3, and once it's just in permadeath until the end of the round. So
That's
it's
kinda
just
cool.
whichever team wipes the other team.
Yeah.
That one's okay.
Well,
Not
that
mad at
seems
that one.
tactical because then it's like pick your classes.
It's like
and-
Siege.
Yeah, it's a little bit like Siege.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
and
you
I
have
don't- I
classes,
never
you have to be
played the,
more serious about it.
I didn't play whatever the third game mode was, but that's all new stuff in Overwatch.
That's pretty cool.
But the real question is, do I need to buy Pokemon Sun and Moon?
I like it.
Yeah, it's a good game.
It's pretty
So
fun.
far, it's
See,
a departure from the series, like
You
a
know
little
how I
bit.
feel about this.
Well, the only thing I'm like, I want to, but then now I'm hearing all the rumors that there's going to be kind of like Pokemon Star, which is going to be the third one of this series. It's
There
going to
will-
come out on the Switch.
That's gonna
On the
happen.
Switch.
Yeah, it's going to come out on the Switch.
Oh,
I'm
I don't know
like-
about that.
And I'm like, and that no, they've confirmed that there's going to be a primary Pokemon game on the Switch,
Oh, well-
and apparently it's supposed to be Pokemon Star. That's going to be like their yellow version or Emerald or.
Well, I mean, they always make a third version.
They always do that, yeah.
Yeah, so it's
And
like
that third one's supposed to come out on the Switch.
well,
If our prediction from last week that the Switch is their push to stop making two separate consoles is right, then that's gonna happen.
yeah, that makes sense. But I mean, really, do you want to play Pokemon? Like, I mean, do you like Pokemon? Do you want to play it now, or do you want to wait for their 0.5 version? Because it's gonna be the same game. I'm probably gonna get both of them.
Also, it might be, I mean, the Switch handheld is going to be a kind of a bigger screen and everything. If you just want to like have your DS in your bag on an airplane or whatever.
Yeah, and a longer battery
Yeah,
life.
if you
Probably.
have some type of trip coming up, then I would definitely just say get it now and play it. But if you
No,
don't
I don't
care
have a
about it
trip.
that much, then wait.
No trips? You're not coming out to LA?
I wish.
I mean, you
Look,
could.
I got a wedding payoff. all you youngins that aren't married and
Yeah, never
You know,
getting
that fun
married,
stuff.
saving all that money.
you're all playing video games, I'm playing house.
You could turn it into a
That
video
sounds
game.
more childish than us.
Yeah, that actually sounds.
I
way more
actually I
childish.
play a video game like that called Stardew Valley.
Yeah, I play games to simulate. You know.
Yeah, Taylor,
having a
don't act
house
like
and a
you know
wife.
more than us, okay? We have VR where we
Yeah.
pretend to do things.
Yeah, I've got a wife whenever I want in VR.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Take it down a notch, guys.
They have job simulator, now they have marriage simulator.
I think that's just called
Probably.
porn simulator.
Yeah, it's back to our topic a couple weeks ago. It's that porn website.
Porn.
Well, that's what's gonna push
hub?
VR. That-
VR.
Porn will save VR.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know about that.
it'll help.
Yeah, maybe.
What was I was listening to the Philip DeFranco show, and he was talking about some it's like this gray area where it's essentially like a fleshlight now that
Oh.
yeah.
I'm not sure where you're going with
Wait,
this, but
does it
just
fit
the
into the
words
controller?
fleshlight kind of
Well, it's like it's a combination of VR with a fleshlight, and it's like the person on the other end has like their own weird fleshlight that they touch, and then you feel it in the fleshlight.
Oh, I've seen the
that
video.
is
This
so
was a
weird.
Vice video.
I have not seen a video.
No,
I just
they
heard about it.
They don't show anything. It's a Vice video about this. How like a thing that's going on in Japan that's pretty popular right now.
And then it was like, and people were like, "Well, yeah, it's just porn." I'm like, "That's cheating."
That's cheating? What do you mean it's cheating? Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, it's no. Yeah,
It's just, I don't know. That's weird to me.
yeah, it's super weird.
It's big in Japan, which I guess is more understandable because they do like weird sex things already, like selling underwear and vending machines and stuff like
You know,
that.
I've heard that forever.
forefront
but
of technology.
Then I heard recently that that's just a rumor. That doesn't actually happen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The used underwear.
Yeah.
I wondered about that.
I mean,
Because it
I don't
sounds
know.
fake. It's like really,
been there.
really. But then also
sounds
it's
like
kinda
an Onion
Japan,
article.
maybe.
it does sound it sounds like a ridiculous thing, but then like some of the things that like they put out as like media and manga and stuff like that, it's like that's a little weird.
Yeah.
It's a different culture.
Yeah.
But then they're like weird about things that they show on TV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like they don't.
Well, yeah, their
It's-
censorship is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it in Japan?
Yeah.
Japan has censorship.
Yeah, it's like very strict censorship actually, but it's very strict in like for like
It's interesting.
porn. Yeah, it's like you have to put like you can't show the tip of the penis, but they're like to override that, they just put like a little black bar, like they're trying to cover somebody's eyes, right? But it's not enough to cover like the dick or whatever. It's like, why?
I was not talking about censorship
you-
with porn,
what are you
but
talking
I'm glad that Addison is educated on this.
Japanese censorship and porn is
I
very
just meant like
strange.
media, like commercials and stuff like that. Like, you know, like for
Oh, yeah,
commercials
they
for
don't
like
like tattoos and
advertisements,
stuff.
they don't like having tattoos, but they don't like having like kids can't be in like bathing suits and stuff like that. Like
Oh,
the kids
yeah,
have to be
yeah.
like fully clothed. And because they say it like borderlines on like child pornography, which is weird because it's
Yeah.
obviously not. But thank
Have
you
they
for
not
bringing
seen-
up the censorship of
Well,
porn.
when you said
Addison.
censorship, I was
think
like,
they're
well,
trying
we were
not
just
to,
talking about porn. I was like, of course you're talking about porn.
I thought we were just talking about
You can say
Japan.
they're not trying to encourage that, but look at their anime.
No, I
Well,
think
that's
the
what I'm trying to
government
say
trying
is
not
like
to
their
encourage
anime
it.
and then like their manga and stuff like that because it's all about like, or is it manga? I don't know how to say it right.
Whatever
but
it is, yeah.
It's all like young kids. It seems like, and they're always like
It doesn't seem
very
like
revealing.
it is.
But then they're
Well, no. They're all over the age of 18.
right. But
Yeah.
they're like high school kids.
Yeah, it's weird. It's very
And
weird.
they're all
yeah.
American too.
Not necessarily.
They're all American. You
mean?
watch any anime, they're all American.
What do you mean they're
I
all?
find-
That's a weird statement to make. They're all
here- no.
Japanese.
What are you on about?
What am
No,
I on
Japanese.
about? You fucking American.
Name a popular Japanese anime where the characters don't look American.
Dragon Ball Z.
They all
Yeah,
look American. White with blonde hair.
That's what.
Who's white with blonde hair?
All of them when they go Super Saiyan.
Yeah. Wait. What? Yeah. They normally all are like white with black hair.
No, they're meant to be drawn that you see your own culture in it. Like that's how they draw them.
Yeah, they're-
So
With
but-
all that being said, apparently Japan is a super friendly, very clean country.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds amazing, and I really want to go to
I
it.
really want to go there.
No.
Like every person, because I know a few people who've gone, and every time, like each person, they always say the same thing. It's like super friendly.
Yeah.
And like, because obviously you can get lost there. Like if you're American, you don't speak Japanese.
Yeah.
And every time they're like, yeah, I got lost on like the train, the subway, and people just walk up and go, hey, like, do you need help? Because you look lost in American, and they just guide you. And the city's apparently super clean and low like crime rate and stuff like that. It just sounds like a great place compared to everywhere else.
Yeah, I'd like to move there. Sounds great.
Yeah.
what I find funny is the there was that
I
whole
can't tell if they were doing a bit right there to like
was that like
try
secret?
not to be discriminatory or
Well, no, that wasn't
No,
a
that was
bit. I
it's
generally
because
love Japan.
no. What it is we're sponsored by the Japanese Travel Commission.
That's true.
So that was like a secret plant of we got paid for that. But anyways,
No,
Not anymore. Now
Not
that
anymore,
Coop called it
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Now we
it
won't
was
get our
supposed to be
money.
secret Japan. Now they've called it out. Damn it. Sponsored by cheese chips.
Cheese crackers and green water.
Yeah.
dark syrup.
Yeah.
Dark syrup,
Dark
that was it.
syrup and Mountain Brew.
That might
and
be a
local
drink.
Texas beer.
Yeah. Local Texas beer, not Lone Star.
That rhymes with lock.
What? I don't even know what that is. What?
You have a beard called sock? I say beard.
I wouldn't drink a sock.
You wouldn't drink a sock. Drink lock.
I'm kidding. It rhymes with Reiner lock.
Oh, yeah.
But
Miner's
no,
cock.
but the Ghost in the Shell movie's coming out,
Oh, yeah.
and there was that big deal about what's her face becoming being the.
well,
I watched Ghost in the Shell. I can't tell you what the fucking character's name were.
yeah.
But now they're making the Full Metal Alchemist movie that was actually 2 white kids, and they're all Japanese.
Well, I feel like the Japanese are making it, so sure, they can be Japanese.
Yeah,
'cause
I know, it's
understand.
just
And, well,
funny.
They did Attack on Titan too, which they made a big deal of an Attack on Titan in the cartoon being like everybody is German except for this one Japanese chick. And then they make the live action movie and everybody's Japanese. So sure, they're doing that, but I can understand from an American's perspective going like, I think the bigger problem was that they were taking a white actress and making her look Asian, right? Isn't that what they were doing?
I don't think she looks Asian. She looks like the character.
Does she? I haven't seen any pictures or anything. I thought when I saw that all the stuff on Twitter, people were just complaining that they were like,
But I
Why
guess it comes
cast?
back. It comes back to that character didn't look Japanese to me in Ghost in the Shell either. I know she had a Japanese name,
Yeah.
but
See, I'm over all of this because I tried to watch that show once, like 5 or 6 years ago, and it was just really bad. So I don't give a fuck.
wow. Well,
I liked the show. I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
I just thought the action scenes were
No,
cool.
there was cool action scenes. Yeah, I'm with you. I didn't know what was going on. That's why I thought it was bad.
It's because that plot was like so incredibly complicated.
Yeah, it's all over the place, but also they've remade that show so many times now that who knows what version you were even watching. Like you could probably they probably made another one like last year that you could watch and it'd be 100 times better.
Whatever one was on Adult Swim, that's the one I was watching.
Yeah, that was probably the old Ghost in the Shell, but still, they've remade that several times. They made movies out of it several times. So like, give it another go. Try to find a more current.
I guess
version.
I must have seen a bad version because I saw the articles about people complaining about it being whitewashed.
Yeah.
And all I had to think was, why are they making a movie out of that terrible show?
Because they keep remaking it and it keeps making money. And finally, people in America, like I guess the studios have caught on and gone like, hey, we can make some money off this now.
Wait a minute, did the Dragon Ball Z movie get accused for whitewashing?
No, because that movie was bad. Nobody cared.
No one saw it, so it didn't.
Yeah, who saw that movie?
No
Nobody.
attention was drawn.
But
to it.
I'm just curious because like
Was it
For
a
when that was-
it a white dude?
The
I don't
only
know.
A-list actor in it was Asian.
yeah, but it was that I think the kid from like Sky High or whatever was playing Goku, and then the guy who played Spike and Buffy was Piccolo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Actually, I need to see this now. That sounds pretty funny.
I've never seen it. I just know like the people that were in it.
That's what we'll
seen
do.
it?
We'll all watch it this
I've never
week,
seen
and
it.
then
We
we'll come
watched
back
it on
next
the
week and
RV
talk
trip.
about it.
That'll
on the
be
podcast.
it.
Oh, you didn't watch it?
Y'all were up in the little cubbyhole watching
Oh,
it.
Justin had it on his laptop. We watched it.
I never
on
watched. I think I actually have it. Like, I mean, a completely legal
On a
version of
DVD.
it.
Yeah, Justin gave you his DVD.
Yeah, my DVD. He gave me the DVD.
Okay, so next week's movie club, Dragon Ball Evolution.
Yeah, everyone watch this week, and then we'll discuss
I'm not
it.
watching that movie again.
Yes, yes,
I'm going to
you
go
are.
by memory.
Yeah, you're gonna play Undertale and you're gonna watch this movie and you're gonna like both of them. Damn it!
No, so when am I getting around to Life is Strange?
I don't know because you said you were gonna play that and then I guess
It's not on family sharing like we thought.
which is disappointing. I would have just like downloaded it so you could play it offline or whatever.
I think I listened to a game club about that game.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I liked it as a game. It's kind of a Telltale game, sort of, but it's made by Square Enix. It's got an interesting time travel mechanic going on.
We talked about this last week.
Yeah, you
we
did.
talked about
Yeah,
it. a
y'all
little bit.
talked about
So,
it.
yeah, I mean, once we play it, we'll go in depth a little bit.
It's kind of weird to say it's an interesting mechanic because it made it part of the game what everybody already does with those games anyways.
Yeah,
Which is create a save and go back and try the other thing.
yeah, but
That's called knowing your audience.
yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah,
It's-
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just weird to say.
I don't know why Telltale hasn't implemented it and gone like, okay, we should just like add this as a feature because like people are doing it anyway, and that's you're doing this weird workaround to like go back and do exactly the kind of playthrough you want. Just give them the fucking feature.
Some people are. I like the way Telltale did it because I would have that thought, but I'd be like, oh, well, it's locked in. I can move on with my fucking life and not replay another 3 hours to retry the same decisions.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. Like, that's just supposed to be part of it.
Yeah,
is
I
that
just
you-
want to make the decision, move on. But it works in this game because it is part of the mechanics built in. You don't have
And
to,
later
like,
there are puzzles
dupe
built around
saves.
like the time travel too. So you've got to like get items and go back in time before you would have those items, but because you have the items, you still have them when you travel back.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was happening until you pointed it out to me.
They don't really
that
make
she
it
was
obvious.
keeping things.
Yeah. They don't make it obvious until later.
Well, no, that's essentially what everyone does with every branching storyline game because that's exactly what I did with the first Dead Rising. The minute I would fail something that I knew wouldn't give me the S ending, I was like, no, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, just restart. Dead Rising was
Yeah.
good too because it was just like, yeah, you died. Do you want to restart with your current level so it'll be easier to get through the stuff and like do what you were trying to do anyway? It's like,
Yeah.
you know what? I do want to do that.
Speaking of Dead Rising, I have not heard like the things I'm hearing about Dead Rising 4 are really starting to turn me off from it.
Uh-oh.
What?
I haven't heard anything.
about it.
Yeah. I've
I'm
heard
really
Chris-
Be
excited
our
for it.
mentor.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
Guide us through this.
they took out the time aspect of it.
Well, they did that in the
completely.
last one.
Yeah, but
Did they?
no, the time was in
There
it.
was time, but
You had
they
a time limit
basically
for each
got rid
objective.
of
It was so long, there was no point.
yeah, it was
they might
easy.
as well have taken it out.
They keep advertising as like 4-player co-op, which
that
is
sounds
apparently
cool.
bullshit.
Oh.
It's bullshit. They've been trying to like hide the fact that it's not actually co-op and that there's just a multiplayer portion of it that you just play like sections.
Oh.
Like short sections.
So kind
and
of like
you
their
can't
arcade mode for Dead Rising 3 they released.
Yeah, you can't play the campaign co-op.
That's no good.
And it's like it seems like they streamlined everything. That like
I wonder why they would not do co-op.
Yeah, because even Dead Rising 2, I think, had a co-op game. Like, what is it, that like Frank West story or something? They released a Dead Rising 2 game where you could co-op the whole thing.
It sounds like they're done with this game and they just want to do a quick cash grab to fund another project.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's Capcom,
like-
so that's just like kind of what they do anyway.
That's their MO. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
they do.
Yeah, I just started hearing things about it. I'm like, it's kind of a bummer that. Yeah, it's like everything that made like that game quirky and fun, like they essentially are taking it out.
So
I don't mind getting rid of the time thing, but the co-op is a bummer because Addison, you and I co-opted a
Oh,
lot
yeah,
of
we
Dead Rising
co-opted the
3,
last one, and that was great.
really, really fun.
I wouldn't have beaten that game unless we co-opted it.
I don't know. I just thought it was super fun.
Yeah, it was really fun co-oping. It, like way more fun than just playing the game. And yeah,
I played a lot of it by myself too, but the co-op parts were definitely more memorable, and because it is a goofy game, and you want to share that with your friends.
And like somebody can make a weapon while you're like defending them real quick or whatever.
Yeah,
else.
man, that sucks. I guess I'll have to see when it comes out because I was really excited for it, as I said a couple podcasts ago, because it was all Christmas themed.
Yeah.
And I thought that was great.
Well, maybe the like spreading the game out to different sort of consoles, because this one is not Xbox exclusive, right?
Correct.
Maybe that cut in on the
Yeah.
development a lot.
It really just makes me want to pick up the Dead Rising 1 remastered for $20 and just play that instead.
Yeah, but I mean that one has no co-op at all, right?
Well, beat the third one if you haven't done that, because the third one I liked a
Yeah,
lot.
I got to beat the third
Yeah, and
one.
the third
I got
one
like
was good.
The
I
third
got
one's
like halfway through it.
Mainly,
I think Brittany had gotten an Xbox One before I did, so I was just slowly playing it at her house, and then
The third one it was really good. It suffered from power creep where by like 3/4 in I was just invincible.
I like that though. Honestly.
and I was suffering from like the same thing like with Fallout. I was like, ooh, what's over here? What's over here? What's over here? And I just keep getting distracted.
Oh, see, I didn't think that map was all that big. I mean, it was still really big, but I didn't think it was like all.
It
that
had a
big.
bunch of. The problem with the map was it would show you like where hidden things were, but you wouldn't have what you needed to actually get to it.
So you're
or
like-
like there would be some time sensitive thing that would happen there to let you get to it that
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah,
happen
yeah.
until 10 hours into the game.
Yeah.
So you'd sit there and spend an hour trying to figure out how to get the object.
That's exactly what I would
and
do.
then you'd come back like 10 hours later as part of the storyline and like a door would open. You'd be like, oh, well, that's
Yeah.
how I got this.
Yeah, they should have turned those sort of things off. That was
That was pretty annoying.
irritating, especially for a game where it was a lot about trying to collect things and like get the blueprints you needed.
Oh, that's the thing. They took out the food. Like your health just automatically regenerates now.
Oh, that's a bummer because the food was
that's
fun.
and like you're literally taking away a big aspect of the game that made it challenging.
Is that, yeah, you had to have like
Like a foraging.
fill your
Yeah.
hopper with like enough food, but then also enough weapons because everything breaks. Except maybe in this
Yeah.
game everything won't break, and you just have a full fucking hopper of weapons. Whatever. I'm just a dragon.
and like
forever.
it really just seemed like it's an arcade game essentially.
Unlimited
Yeah.
ammo.
I mean, the
Yeah, and I'm like-
arcade mode, they had like the DLC for arcade mode in the third one, and that was really fun. But yeah, I can see. how
But
that'd
for
be
an
frust-
entire campaign,
no, I couldn't
it's
do
like-
that for like 10 hours. That would be really frustrating. I mean, we'll see. I guess those games have always been fun, but yeah, maybe,
yeah,
maybe
I'll wait
this
to
is not
see
the one to
when
get.
it comes out and see what is actually there and what's not.
Because I felt like they're doing like what they did with Fable and just kept like, oh, people found this kind of annoying, so we're gonna streamline it.
Yeah.
we're gonna streamline this, and then like Fable 3 is essentially you're just running around holding A.
Yeah, I got
Fable 3 was pretty
Fable
bad.
3 was so. I got the achievement for not dying, and I wasn't trying to like. I mean, obviously, I was trying not to die, but like, I beat the whole game without dying once. It's like, really?
Yeah.
That should not happen because I wasn't.
I don't think
yeah.
you can die in Fable 3. I don't think
You get
can.
knocked
It
out,
would
and
be
then
hard.
well, no, you get knocked out and you get a scar and you wake up, but that never happened. That never happened.
Oh,
to
so
me.
you never permanently die?
No, yeah. When you get knocked out, it's just like the screen goes black, and then you wake up and your character's got like a little scar on him wherever you got hit.
Yeah, and you have like half health or something like this. This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's like
There's no
no-
repercussions
It's like
for
I'm the
like,
hero.
getting-
I can't lose. Yeah, so against the final boss, you could just sit there and just let him kill you over and over and over again, and you'd never lose until you beat him.
I do think the third one was without a doubt the worst one, but I think the worst thing they did was between 1 and 2 taking away mana, because that pretty much nerfed magic.
Yeah.
Because you could cast it forever.
Yeah.
They took away all the cool magic.
And
they took away-
the charging system was like okay,
and they
sure.
They essentially took away armor too.
Yeah, though they
Yeah,
did
they
take
take
away
away.
armor. Yeah,
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, you get one. There was like one piece of armor you could get, and that was in DLC. I'm like, ugh. And then there was no final boss for that game
nope.
for Fable 2. You get to that like you're all sitting on platforms, and it's like, do you want to kill the guy?
I thought it was in a cutscene still. He killed it for me.
Yeah.
I didn't even do it. The
Yeah.
other guy shot him.
The game was, and I hear people like talk about like, oh, Fable 2 is really good. I'm like, you clearly never played Fable 1.
I mean,
Fable 1 in its time. If someone
I
was
like
to go
the
play
co-
Fable 1
the,
now, it hasn't aged well.
no,
they had that re-release.
it still hasn't aged well.
It's worse.
Yeah.
The re-release fucked up the art style really bad.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All,
Because I just know Fable 1, the biggest problem it had was that it was super laggy. But like,
Yeah.
if you get past that, it was a really fun game.
yeah.
In its time, it was an amazing game.
Yeah.
Fable 2 had really good co-op though. Like even though the game was kind of bullshit, like having to like a second hero in your game and running around was pretty cool.
Aside from the camera.
Yeah, then there was that. then there was that.
That
Yeah,
camera system was
I think you and I tried to play
Yeah.
it one time, and we just quit. We were
Yeah.
like, fuck this.
Yeah.
yeah, it was.
Why didn't it just split it? Because
Yeah,
we were
it-
on 2 different Xboxes.
Yeah, and,
And
was
it
like
doesn't split it,
the-
yeah.
No.
And it was like the main person essentially controls the camera, and the other person just has to run around and decide what other camera angle.
Yeah, you're just dragged around by their camera view.
Yeah.
But that's never happening again. So
I know. Because you hear Fable Legends canceled.
Well,
I was looking forward to
Lionhead
that game.
Shut down.
Yeah, Lionhead shut down. Yeah, I was looking forward to Fable Legends too. They finally got rid of like Peter Molyneux or whatever, right? He was like gone
Yeah.
from there, and it's like, good. Somebody who won't promise the world and give me a fucking toothpick.
well, just looking at the game, I'm like, oh, that seems interesting. It was like kind of like a Dota style thing, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
or and,
League
like
of
one person
Legends.
was like a dungeon master, and then like the other 4 were like the heroes that were going through. So you had your like class
Yeah.
roles.
but it was like a first person view.
I think it was more like Evolve.
Yeah, yeah.
Except that instead of
Yeah.
controlling one monster, you were like controlling the level.
yeah.
and that game was apparently like 90% done.
Oh yeah.
I know.
They were
not
in
the
beta
last time
testing.
that'll
You
happen.
could have been a beta tester for that game,
Yeah.
a public beta tester, and then it shut down. I don't know how that happens. I don't know how they get that far and then run out of money. At that point, it's like, yo, Kickstarter? I mean, anybody?
Right.
Well, I didn't understand why Microsoft didn't just release it like as a Microsoft Studios game.
Yeah, or
because
something
they essentially
like that.
own Lion. Was it Lions? Not
Lionhead.
Lionhead.
I mean, but then
There's
also,
so much stuff that we don't know
Yeah,
that
yeah.
goes
I bet.
on behind.
Yeah.
I bet they
but-
had already poured a fuck ton of money into that game, and they finally were just like, "This is never going to happen," or it was so bugged that
Or
it, like,
the opposite, and they weren't giving them enough funding to finish it from the beginning.
yeah, and it just finally
they-
stretched it as far as they could.
Like it was some political thing where somebody had enough pull to get it started, but
Yeah.
not enough
Well,
to
you do
finish
see
it.
that a lot in gaming, or at least hear about it, where it's like, yeah, all these guys are working like crazy overtime and not getting paid anything for it. Basically, it's like a minimum wage job almost. Some
'Cause, I mean,
some of these
But
studios.
there at the end, Peter Molyneux didn't have much grace left with the fans.
Well, I mean,
People hated him.
yeah, you like I said, you tell people that you're going to give them the fucking like best thing in the world, like everything he promised, nothing he followed through on.
So did Peter Molyneux work on No Man's Sky?
I know,
People
right?
make that joke so much.
Yeah, it was like the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Not criticizing you for the joke.
Well, I've
It's-
never heard anyone else make that joke.
Yeah, I know. That sounds like it's
an
that-
obvious joke.
It's that fitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of, what was it like? Did any of y'all ever play Darksiders?
No.
Just a
No.
little
I
bit.
thought you played Darksiders.
I played. I did. I played
Yeah, I
through
think-
like half of it. I never
Yeah.
finished it.
I just liked that game because it essentially just like took about 20 things from different games. They essentially took the art style of World of Warcraft
Yeah.
and
It was like a Legend of Zelda game.
Legend of Zelda,
and,
Portal,
like, a Last of Us style world.
and you literally had a portal gun in that
Yeah.
game.
There was a portal gun.
But THQ, that was the studio, right? That went under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone bought Darksiders,
Yeah, it was.
but
Wasn't it? No. I'm thinking THQ was also the guys who
think-
made Saints Row, right? And that also got bought.
Yeah. Deep Silver was bought by EA. I
Yeah.
think.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we'll never see another one.
someone
of those.
bought Darksiders because they're talking about doing Darksiders 3.
I think EA bought up all of THQ's properties that they
Yeah.
could that weren't like tied up in weird ownership deals.
The problem with like Darksiders 2, like Darksiders 1 was pretty solid. It had a really good story, and then Darksiders 2, it's like the first quarter of the game's pretty good, and then it was like, we keep talking about how big this game is, so we're gonna make it super long.
Uh-oh.
And it was what I felt like was you were the underworld's bitch in that game, and you're just like, all right, I need you to go do these 5 things before I can tell you the information you need, and then you go on to the next thing. I need you to do these 5 things before I can give you the information you need to go into the next thing. I'm like, and that's essentially the 75% of the game. I'm like,
You've described most video games.
Yeah.
but I mean, but it's like most video games kind of shroud that pretty
Yeah.
well. But this was like literally that is what you did.
It sounds like an MMO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
MMO is just like,
Did you
oh,
ever
do
have
these
to get
random
5
small
feathers
little
by killing
quests.
chickens?
I mean, talking about studios that
I say
went under.
quiz?
Yeah. Let's talk about studios going under though. Like, what was that other?
Quists.
There was that like Kingdoms of Amalur, which was like the same thing. It was just
Yeah,
like
but they released the game though.
they released a game, but it was like, oh, this feels like it should be an MMO. Why?
It was
That's
supposed to
weird.
be.
Yeah, it's like this is a single player game. It doesn't even have co-op.
that game was really well reviewed and really well
It's a cool game.
accepted. But what that was Kirk Schilling's
Yeah.
Yeah, the baseball player.
studio.
Something happened with him recently too, didn't it?
Oh yeah, he decided to get into politics, and that
Yeah.
went well for him.
Oh,
God.
yeah. I thought I heard something about that guy, but I
Once
had
you've
no idea
pissed off
what.
the gaming community, going into politics can't go well for you.
No, it's,
Well,
it's
some,
just
like,
the next
stuff-
natural move.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. From what but like the reason he got into politics was because he blames it was like I think the studio was based in like New Hampshire or some shit. And like he blamed like the some political figure for bad mouthing his studio before the game came out, which made their stock plummet. And then
His company was already public.
I don't know, it was like a bunch of backers pulled money or some shit like that, and
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
that's what made the studio go under, even though the game was done.
Well,
The game's cool.
Yeah,
I have it on Steam.
I enjoyed that
I
game
played it a
for what
bit.
little I played of it. But it's really odd where the world feels dead, even
Yeah.
though there's so many things running around in it.
It's because it was supposed to be an MMO, so like
Yeah,
you can tell
Yeah.
and you feel that it's empty and it's weird, but it's cool. It kind of seems like a better Fable, like what
Yeah.
Fable 2
Oh, yeah.
should have been, you know?
Yeah.
well,
That's cool.
when I was playing it too, it was like, even though it's like, okay, this feels like an MMO, it's like, well, at least it's a co-op game, right? Because if it was a co-op game, that might be one of the better like co-op sort of games.
That's what we thought. You and I bought it when it
Yeah,
was on
like-
sale because we thought it was co-op.
And then it was like, oh,
And then we couldn't play it together.
I'm surprised nobody has like modded that because it seems like it would be a really
Totally.
good co-op game.
You're supposed to play that with friends for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would love to play that like 2 to 4 player co-op.
yeah, that'd be really
Be
good.
all over that.
You bought some co-op games recently, Coop, right?
Yeah, I've actually stocked up on a bunch of co-op games. We're gonna play some co-op games. We're gonna start putting out some videos regularly.
I know.
because I gotta.
Well, what games did you get?
Yeah, what did you get?
And not
We've said
necessarily
that a lot.
Oh yeah, not necessarily full plays like we did with Lovers, because a bunch of them are roguelikes.
yeah,
but,
so you can
uh,
only do so much.
So we're gonna play Enter the Gungeon. I've already played that a lot, but it's really fun.
Cool.
That's a roguelike. And Hyper Light Drifter, I might beat it before we get around to playing it, but it has co-op, which it's just the full game
Oh, dope.
with 2 people in it. So it's pretty cool. I picked up Helldivers, which is this top-down shooter that's really well reviewed.
Top-down
You can check it out. I don't really have anything special to look at. I look at it, it's a top-down shooter game, but it looks like a lot of fun.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
I mean, Enter the Gungeon
I
is
picked
a
up,
top-down shooter.
yeah, that one that's also, but that one's like pretty gimmicky in that it's kind of like Binding of Isaac,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
where you pick your character, which each one has like different abilities. You jump in and you find power-ups, you fight your way, you kill a boss, and then you go to the next level.
Okay.
But I picked up Salt and Sanctuary, which we've talked about before. I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast.
No.
I didn't know that was a co-op game.
I didn't know either, and I was like, when that came out, I was kind of disinterested in it because like Dark Souls 3 was about to come out or something.
It
I
was.
was
It
like,
came out at a weird time.
Yeah, I was like, why would you put this out like right before Dark Souls, like a week before Dark Souls 3? It's like I know you understand you're trying to get people who want to scratch that itch, but
Well, it was
just
an
here.
early access game. It was out
Oh, okay.
technically before that. They just had the full release.
yeah, a side-scrolling co-op is a lot more interesting to me because you don't
Yeah.
really see. I mean, we don't see a lot of side-scrollers anymore, apart from like a Mario, and those are always co-op. But like that, like a side-scrolling co-op RPG, that's very interesting.
Yeah, Salt Sanctuary is fun. I played it by myself because I got it.
Oh, you already have it?
You bought it for me, Coop, for my
Bought it
birthday.
for you? I thought I bought you Macropolis.
You bought both.
Oh, okay.
Acropolis is another
He's
one
bought
that
me
would
some-
be good
You
for
bought
us
me
all to
some
play,
game. I
yeah.
don't remember what the hell it was.
But Salt Sanctuary is cool. I mean, it's like, I don't know. I wouldn't compare to. Excuse me. I wouldn't compare it to Dark Souls because it's like
It's very Souls-esque, right? And
It
like
is,
art
but, like,
and like the bosses.
I
and
don't. I
everything.
don't like to compare things to like FromSoft games because I view those as like basically like almost perfection. And so
yeah.
like
And I feel like that's become a default now. Everybody wants to compare their game to Dark
yeah,
Souls.
and I don't want to do that because it's like, well, no, don't do that.
But it does seem like a 2D.
yeah, it kind of
Dark
is. But it's really
Souls,
it is really fun.
Yeah.
And it would be fun to play. I didn't know it was co-op when I was playing it, but
That's
yeah,
really
it'd
cool,
definitely be
yeah.
really fun to play with
So
other
that's
people.
that's one you and I can do.
yeah. I'm down.
Do it.
Very bloody.
I've kind of been thinking, co-op games are what I enjoy a lot, and
Mm-hmm.
there's not a ton of them.
No.
We should do, dude. I
easily
would
accessible.
totally do videos for Mario because those games are so good.
Like the Super Mario World or whatever that we
Just
had.
Super Mario,
Yeah.
like just Super Mario Bros. Because I remember, like,
Hey, I'm
I
down for
played
that.
so
We
much
can't,
of the Wii, whatever one came out on the normal Wii.
Yeah.
Because that was the one where you could grab your friends and throw them off the edge.
Yeah.
And like you're supposed to obviously work together, but like all my friends and I would do is just that, like grab each other, throw off the edge, or jump off each other's heads and just screw the other one over.
We played that one time.
Oh
It
yeah,
was
we
me,
played
you,
the Wii U one,
Addi, and
Yeah.
Roya.
and it
Yeah.
was the same
So
thing. You
essentially, you just played Super Smash Bros.
Oh yeah,
We were just
Yeah,
throwing each other off
basically,
the edge
but-
throw
all
each
the
other,
time.
and then
But it's better this
right
way.
before you're about to hit the ground, you try to like hit the button. You could bubble yourself, and you wouldn't be able to die.
Right.
But if everybody bubbled themselves, you all lost. So
I
it was
also-
a weird balance.
I remember also doing it to prevent from the bubbling. I would grab the person and then jump off the edge, still holding them,
Yeah.
and sacrifice myself.
Yeah.
But they can't bubble if you're holding them.
Yeah, we both died.
Yeah, those games
I'm
are
down
so
for
fun.
that. We can't monetize the videos, but it's not like we're making a ton of money right now.
It'd still be
anyways.
fun just to
Yeah.
just to make, or we should just play them together.
Yeah.
I don't know. Those are just fun games.
Yeah.
Videos
Absolutely.
or not. Is that all you got, Coop?
Well, we need videos.
Yeah, we make videos.
Is that all you got, Coop,
Well,
or did you get more?
We need to make
I know.
videos.
I can't believe when I looked at it the other day that we've been making lovers videos for like almost a year now. That's a little crazy.
We made it for like 2 months. We just haven't put them out consistently.
Yeah. Well, they've been like fairly consistent, but yeah, still.
Let me check Steam because I bought more games than that.
The only,
Oh God, I gotta sign in.
the only,
Never mind.
That's always like, oh yeah, I'm not doing that right now.
the only sale game I got was because, like I said, I wasn't really looking at the sales or anything for Black Friday, but PlayStation Network sent me like a gift card because I spent a certain amount of money in a certain amount of time. At some point, I don't know, there was a promotion and I had no idea. I wasn't aware of it at all, but they sent me like a gift card, so I was like, okay. And then Titanfall 2 is on sale. I had a gift card and I had like a code for 10% off on top of that. Basically got the game for
Nice.
like $10.
really good.
And I was like, well, I wasn't gonna buy this game right now,
Yeah.
but for $10, a
$10
brand new
you can't go
game
wrong.
for
Yeah.
$10, I'll buy it. And so that was the only game I bought during the sale.
I'd
And
absolutely do
it's
that.
been pretty cool.
I tried to get.
Oh, I picked up the Cly, the company that makes Don't Starve.
Oh yeah.
They've got all their games like a bundle on sale for like 75% off. So I picked up Invisible Ink,
Oh, that's supposed to be really
which
good.
is, yeah, I've heard a lot of really good stuff about it. It's like XCOM, but it's more you're trying to stealthily do stuff, trying not to get caught.
Oh, I didn't realize.
So
it was
and you
like
do,
that.
and characters will get caught and die, and that's a problem you have to deal with, just like in XCOM. So that one, I'm really looking forward to it. I feel like it's the same as like I own Dragon Run, the newer versions of
I
that.
don't even know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
I think that's what it's called.
Dragon Run.
Whatever. I own another game that's like XCOM, and I feel like I never get around to playing those because they take so much time. But I did learn over the weekend because I almost bought it, but I realized you own it. Divinity.
Oh yeah.
One of the Divinity, whatever
Original
the
Sin.
Original Sin, the remastered version is co-op.
Yeah.
And I was looking at that and was like, I would like to play that co-op.
You would not
My
like
bad.
that game. It is turn based.
Yeah, it's turn-based.
No, I realize that, but I feel like with somebody to sit there and bullshit with while we're doing it.
Really?
I'll play anything. Just like we played through fucking Diablo 3 for all of 2 days.
I mean, Thad and I both have Divinity Original Sin. Like we bought it because we thought it was a co-op game that we could both play, and then
Yeah.
we just got into it and we're like, wait, why is this turn based? It
And then we
looks like
stopped.
Diablo, but it's turn based, and we both stopped because it was like, well, this isn't the game I want to play.
oh, well, I know what it is. I've looked
Yeah,
into
I
it.
guess going into it knowing
it's,
what it is, maybe it'll be different. But just
But
the
it's,
initial shock.
It's got local co-op, which is
yeah.
why I like it.
Yeah. It's also, I think, got co-op over the internet, which is how we were like playing it. But yeah, it was
Yeah.
quite an interesting thing. But yeah, that's got a lot of content, and I think like the community can make content for it too. It's got like a level creator and stuff, so it's got like infinite playability really, and the quality I guess just
Holding
only
it in.
varies by the
Holding it in.
No, I don't have to pee.
players. Really, you
Fuck
don't have
you.
to pee? I imagined you
No.
would.
We have been out here for a little while, Taylor.
Yeah.
Do you have to take a
you,
little
have you
potty
run
break?
off? Yeah.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Taylor, since nobody really.
The more you talk
knows.
about that, we're gonna have to end up having to pee.
I know. Nobody knows because they don't talk to Taylor all that much. But we do. He has to pee like every 15 minutes. It's crazy that he's lasted, what do we got, like an hour now almost?
Look, I went to the doctor and he said I was good.
But you're not.
But you're not.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, you didn't have to pee while he was talking to
What
you.
did he say
'cause,
after you fucked him?
What?
I literally have not had this problem for months. And right when I started talking to you bastards,
This is the. I like this. This is the medical segment
Yeah.
of the podcast.
Welcome to Good Alchemy, where we talk about. Your
Anybody else got
medical-
any weird dick problems going on right now?
my dog, and
Oh,
it's, for,
God.
and it's for you.
Oh, this is weird. Coop's Red
That's more
Rocket.
of my problem.
Look, my dog literally went from being terrified of Cooper
Pissed on the floor.
pissing on the floor, terrified, to he wants to fuck him.
Well, hey,
And
fear's
in
a weird
about 10
game.
minutes.
So,
This is the part of the podcast where Thad walks out
yeah.
because this is so weird.
And that just lets you know that my dog, his poops probably are as big as your dog.
What?
What a weird.
Like a tiny dog's poops?
No, I think he's saying because I have a small dog.
The size of my dog's poop is the size of Dad's dog.
Because my dog is small.
Oh, I see. You poop little dogs.
He's 8 months old and he's like 70 pounds.
What kind of dog do you have?
A giant schnauzer.
It's a schnauzer.
It's a schnauzer.
It looks like in like Irish wolfhound type thing.
I know what a schnauzer is.
I just realized nobody
Okay.
will get that reference.
Yeah.
But do you know what a giant schnauzer is?
Yeah, it's just a bigger one.
Okay, well, you didn't say that specifically, so I wasn't sure if you knew.
Do you know what a giant schnauzer looks like trying to take advantage of someone?
Yeah, it looks like my penis.
What? All right.
I don't even know how that makes sense.
I don't get it.
What the hell?
I mean, we're talking about schnauzers. I had to throw a dick joke in there.
God.
Okay.
So what'd you guys do with your days off this
I
week?
played Skyrim. I can't stop.
We went over this.
I can't stop. I have.
Oh, wait,
I have
well,
a
but how was
serious
Thanksgiving?
problem.
You guys did
We
Thanksgiving
did do
together.
We
Thanksgiving.
go do Friendsgiving.
We ate turkey. We ate
It's
mashed
just
potatoes.
Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
Taylor.
You know, we did the normal
We're not
Thanksgiving
friends.
things. We did the normal Thanksgiving. You know,
It was
gravy, potatoes, pie,
Turkey.
yeah.
The whipped cream.
Yeah.
Oh, and fight
rolls.
about politics? Did y'all do that?
No, because we all.
No, 'cause we're all in agreeance.
Yeah, we're all
And-
on the same page.
Then you didn't have a real Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's you know that was. I don't want to get into politics at all.
Yeah, I
you know
don't
what?
wanna
I'm
do
just
that.
not. I'm not going to do it.
No, we're not. We're not doing that.
No, yeah.
No,
I don't know why
this is
you
a
even
Thanksgiving.
brought
Come
it
on.
up. Yeah,
Thanksgiving's past.
Thanksgiving is dead.
The ghost of Thanksgiving past.
Speaking of terrible Thanksgiving, so you guys saw the the Cards Against Humanity guys digging that big hole.
Yeah.
Thad does not look amused about this.
It doesn't matter. I knew this was gonna come up, and I just was like, I'm not gonna talk about it.
No, I think we.
No, did you like literally, Thad, you said like, well, they should donate that to charity. In their Q&A, it says, are you donating this to charity? He goes, and it says, do you donate all your money to charity?
But this isn't all their money.
Well, it was no. It's like it's like why aren't you donating this to charity? And they were like, why aren't you donating this to charity? It's like you don't have to.
Yeah,
pay
why
us
are
to
you
dig a
giving it to
hole.
them?
Yeah, they didn't get my money.
I know. Well, I didn't get my money either.
Good.
They didn't get my money either, but I can appreciate it.
They're getting money though.
Because I literally just listened to a podcast of one of the creators of Cards Against Humanity, and he hates Black Friday. That's why he does this stuff.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
Like that's fine. Like what the message they're sending is cool. It's like, yeah, like Black Friday is crazy. Like people get stupid money, blah
Yeah.
blah blah. That's fine. I get the message, but like at the end, I don't know.
Well, they did. They're
Like, he
getting
ta-
Christmas bonuses to all
they-
their employees. Probably
They do all sorts of stuff for charity, and he talks about it on the podcast. But he's like, he said that like it felt wrong and against the joke if they took all that money and donated to charity, because then it's no longer funny.
Yeah. Then it's just
It was
them.
funnier to give $4,000 to each employee and go, you have 24 hours to spend all this money,
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
and I want the receipt.
I mean, they could technically do it. Did he tell them you can't donate to charity?
Oh, I don't know.
The employees could do it.
Yeah, they could.
Hey, if that's my
but they-
Christmas bonus, I'm
Oh,
not donating
actually,
that
no.
to
He
charity.
said
I'm
he
buying
said
a
it
fucking
had to be
Xbox.
materialistic things.
Oh, okay.
He said it's like it has to be like TVs and shit. He goes, you figure out how to spend $4,000 in 24 hours, and I want the receipt.
I mean, you could get
It's
you could
pretty
get
good.
2 really good computers.
Or a few really good escorts.
Yeah.
Hey.
Or a hooker.
I don't know. Can you write that off
Or
on
a
your
giant
taxes?
schnauzer.
Or a giant schnauzer.
I already said hookers.
That is a $1,200 dog.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Oh, so we can't talk about Fantastic Beasts this
You
week yet.
didn't see it?
Taylor didn't see it.
Oh,
seen
what is?
Where
I
you got
thought you
go
liked
right
the
now.
Harry Potters.
Go right now.
I have a $25 gift card to Cinemark.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Have you?
I didn't see it either, but I wanted to blame it on
Oh,
Taylor.
okay. Have either
I
you
thought you went and
seen
saw with your
Doctor
mom.
Strange
No.
either? Have you guys Are you missing out on everything now?
Oh no, I think I'm going to see Doctor Strange tomorrow.
Okay. And what about The Arrival? Huh?
Let your mom posted
I believe
something
it's
on
just
Facebook about seeing a
Arrival.
movie with you.
Drop the.
No, we
did I
talked
weirdly
about this
dream
on
this?
on the Facebook. We talked about this on the podcast last week.
I'm pretty confident I dreamed about this
My
last
mom,
night.
my mom wanted me to go see Doctor Strange with her.
I'm pretty confident. I remember reading something on Facebook that said, "What better way to spend Thanksgiving than?"
Oh, my mom did go see Fantastic Beasts.
Okay, then I'm not fucking crazy.
My family every year, like towards the end of the night, our Thanksgiving is an all-day thing for us. Like
Your
we
story's falling apart. It's like,
wake up, we eat breakfast, we go do the turkey trot, and then we have Thanksgiving lunch and then dinner leftovers. But they although like normally it used to be all the ladies in the family would go see a movie. Now it's kind of mixed and just whoever wants to go.
Yeah. Movies
They
aren't
all
just
went to
for
go see
girls
Fantastic
anymore.
Beasts. Well, it's because football's on. Football's on all night. So normally the guys would stay home and watch football.
Okay, I don't even start.
Can we make an action movie trailer and the tagline is
What,
movies
you're
aren't
upset
just for
about college
girls
football?
anymore?
'Cause
What do you think?
NFL's going pretty good for us right now.
Oh yeah.
Make that a T-shirt.
But I don't like going to stores or anything on Thanksgiving because I'm lucky enough to have the day off. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Because everybody always makes the argument, oh, well, they don't have to. Lots of people want to work. I'm like, yeah, but for every person that wants to work on Thanksgiving, there's 2 people who don't.
Yeah.
Nobody
So I
wants
just
to
don't
work
want
on things. Here's the thing about jobs. Nobody wants to do them. There's never a time.
No, yeah, you're
There's
right.
never a time when you're like, I could have the day off, or I could get paid to do like what I'm doing today, or I could get paid to have the day off. It's like, no, I'm just gonna have the day off. It's like, why would I work and do the same thing, on a day, any given day?
Yeah. I was pissed because I had to go in on Friday.
Oh, that does.
But
suck.
speaking of college football, the Bud Bowl went pretty well.
The what?
The what?
Baylor University, Texas
Oh.
Tech. Guns up.
A&M got manhandled by LSU, so we're just.
Did you see Charlie? I guess we're not going to turn this into a college football
No,
podcast.
yeah, but Charlie Strong got fired.
No, you guys can talk about that afterwards. No one cares about football.
Yeah, that'll have to be a separate podcast.
So hockey, right?
Oh, hockey. Here we go.
Oh, wait, nobody gives a shit about hockey.
Real men
Because
do.
this isn't fucking Canada.
Well, I mean, do you want to watch like 10 minutes of action over like 5 hours, aka football, or straight up action for 60 minutes? Hockey.
60 minutes that results in 2 points.
It's
I'll
exciting.
take football.
Listen, the only sports.
I'll take 5 touchdowns over 2 goals.
How about this? The
Look,
only sports
look.
you guys are allowed to watch now are sports that are done in animes, because that's the only sports I watch.
Look, hockey suffers from the same thing basketball does.
No,
You're literally
what?
watching people go back and forth. There's just the opposite. Basketball, they score too goddamn much, and then hockey, they don't score enough. And you're just going, okay, there.
But
there
the
they go.
thing
But at
about
least there's something
basketball that
going
gives them
on,
the
unlike
advantage is
football.
it's fun to watch them score.
And what?
I said the advantage basketball has here is it's fun to watch people score, whereas hockey doesn't have that.
Like, I hear hockey's really fun to watch, like, if you're there.
Yeah.
But
I've been to a hockey game. It was fun.
basketball's boring even if you are there, though.
Or they're all just boring. All sports are boring.
Now, football,
Every
whether
sport
someone's
is
going to
boring.
score or someone's going to get the shit knocked out of them.
Right.
Or you'll just have a team that disappoints you your whole life.
You sure you guys don't want to talk about politics?
Almost now, yeah.
The podcast is taking weird turns.
It's because I'm on a bitch.
I mean, we didn't. We
Taylor is forbidden to ever come back.
You haven't seen it in a movie. What? You said you were playing Fallout 4. What else have you been playing, Taylor?
We jumped we were just talking about movies, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, it was football, right?
Yeah.
Football
No,
sucks.
I've literally.
Has
okay,
it just been
this
Fallout 4?
These are the 3 games I have played probably in the
Don't
past 2
include
weeks.
demos.
One of them is the Pokemon demo.
No, I said no.
One of them is Fallout 4. One of them is Pokemon Red.
Classic.
I mean, it is a classic.
I might have played a round of Halo and realized, oh, only people love playing this games are the ones that are really good at
this
it.
point.
That's how it happens. Yeah.
I mean, what game?
It's like I used to be decent at SWAT.
Yeah.
And then when the top 10% of the whole fucking game is just playing SWAT,
I was pretty decent at SWAT when the stick moved the way you thought it was going to.
those controls are just fine in that
The
game.
dead zones are so weird.
You've just been too used to the mouse.
I mean, it is actually kind of the superior way to aim.
Oh yeah, it's way
Yeah.
easier.
That's what I mean. It's the way to go. I mean, before we
Yeah, if you want it to be easy.
sort of wrap up, what games are you all looking forward to then that haven't come out? Because there's still a bunch on the roster.
Wait, that haven't come out? I'm looking forward to games that have come out, and I just don't have time to play still.
Yeah, like Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2.
Oh,
I'm waiting for.
Gears
What's
of
it
War
called?
4. Fuck. I haven't
Oh
played
yeah,
that.
Gears of War 4 is
yeah,
fun.
Gears of War 4 is
The
fun.
one I'm looking forward to, I think right now, or at least the one that comes to my mind immediately is Last Guardian.
yeah,
Which
Last
comes
Guardian
out at the
looks like
beginning of
That will
December.
be good.
I've been waiting.
I really feel like that
10
game's going to be disappointing considering it's been
I'm
developed.
worried.
Yeah, I'm trying
worried.
to, as hard as it is, I'm trying not to get excited because I've been waiting 10 years, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe more, 11, I don't even know. Ever since Shadow of the Colossus, because I love that game.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to not get too excited, but I know I'm going to play it pretty soon. And
Didn't it get delayed again?
no, December 6th.
December 6th still.
Yeah, that's
It was delayed
I
20 years though, so.
Yeah.
It was funny though because they
looking
kept
forward to-
pushing it back, and then at one point they were just like, "It's just going to come out at some point," and they didn't give a release date until E3 of this year.
That's good to be honest.
because it was developed for the PS3. Wasn't it?
Yep.
Originally, I think so.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
so-
looking forward to playing Dishonored as soon as it gets fixed.
Yeah, that has a lot of problems.
What's
right
wrong with
now.
that?
Yep.
The computer version is broken to all hell.
Oh, really? I haven't heard anything.
Is that not how every PC port works?
No,
Well,
it's not.
no.
Just everybody thinks it is because it's only the shitty ones they
Well,
get.
it's for some reason the little
Covered.
companies have no problem, and the big companies have the most problems in the world. It's like you see Assassin's Creed get the fucking terrible shit, and now Dishonored 2.
Well, it's because they don't give a
yeah.
shit about it.
I know,
Well, Those
why?
smaller
Yeah.
companies they develop them for PC because it's easier to develop for PC. I don't know, easier, but it's to be indie and to release it for PC.
well,
But
there's
they don't make
more
as much
use-
money on PC for Assassin's Creed and shit like that.
Yeah,
they don't give a
it's true.
shit.
Yeah,
Well,
AAA
publishing on
games
PC is
are
easier.
console, and then indie games, you're gonna have a bigger PC fan base for that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was really surprised Battlefield 1 ran so smoothly right out of the right out of the
Apart from
gate.
the menu
Because
system.
no Battlefield ever runs smoothly right out of the gate.
They haven't. They have a really bad track record.
And that's not just PC.
Yeah.
I've never played a Battlefield game.
Battlefield 1's really good.
Here it is. I want to
It's
play
the
it. But
first-
Where'd you
one.
hear that it was good?
I heard it on here.
Where'd you hear that joke Addi just made?
What did he make?
The same joke he's made the last 3 podcasts.
I didn't hear. What did he say?
Nothing. Don't worry
It's
about
the
it.
first one.
Oh,
It's a good joke. I like hearing
Yeah.
it.
And you'll be hearing more of it next week.
So far, we've talked about Battlefield 1 every podcast,
Skyrim,
Overwatch every podcast,
Yeah.
Skyrim every podcast.
the basics.
Yeah. Well, speaking of things we've
Dicks
talked
We've
every
about,
talked about porn, I
podcast.
think 3.
but you have
Of the podcast.
you have not talked about Cooper getting taken advantage of by my dog every
That's
podcast.
included in the dick
yeah, that
section.
is definitely in the dick section of the podcast.
That's dog dick
Dog
though.
dick in the podcast. Dog dick and podcast. That's the name of this one.
I hope you don't do that.
I want to see Rogue One.
That's not
Yeah.
a video game.
I'm looking forward to seeing Rogue
See,
One.
I think I was excited, and then I heard about the reshoots, and now not so excited anymore. Because I heard they were trying to make it funnier, and what I liked about the first trailer I saw was that it seemed darker.
Well, yeah, they made it.
I haven't
it was
seen
done,
anything
and
funny
it was
in any of those trailers.
darker, and then they screened it, and people were like, "That's too dark. That's not what I expect from Star Wars." And then they fired the director, and then reshot 70% of it.
Yeah, and so it's now I don't want to see this because I wanted a.
I think it's gonna be good. It's just gonna feel like the other Star Wars, whereas I was hoping the spinoff would feel different and be darker, for example.
Well, we're starting to get into kind of a loop with movies now, with all these Marvel movies that have been goofy. They were kind of playing off the fact that we've had so many dark movies, and now we've had so many goofy movies. It's we kind of need to flip back. Not everything can be a goofy, lighthearted sort of comedy. We need to have some darker movies again to kind of keep the balance right. Otherwise, we're going to flip again, and then it's just going to be all dark movies again.
Well, that's just how it's just gonna be like that.
Yeah, it's terrible.
the Goofy movie was a solid movie.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I really like the
The
Goofy
Goofy movie will always be a solid
That
movie.
X Games sections was sick.
Because I've been watching a lot of Pauly Shore movies lately.
That is a weird. I can say I've never heard anyone say that
I like
sentence
Cheese
before.
Whiz.
Yeah.
Honestly, Taylor, you are the first one.
Okay, I want you to name 3 Pauly Shore movies.
Son-in-Law, Goofy movie, Encino Man.
In the army
Okay.
Wow.
Now 3 Brandon Fraser movies, not including Encino Man.
George of the Jungle, The Mummy Returns.
Can we educate? Well, actually, The Mummy's a good movie,
Yeah,
but
The
can we
Mummy is a
educate
good movie.
Taylor on like real film?
Yes.
Because I'm worried for him now.
Okay, but
start
how
with
many
Citizen
real
Kane.
films is Brandon Fraser or Pauly Shore in?
Look, it's because what happened is Netflix keeps recommending like coming of age 90s
Okay,
movies.
I understand what's
So
happening
that's
now.
why so I'm like, oh, Encino Man.
Yeah.
Ooh, Son-in-Law.
It's looking at the actors. It's looking
but
at what
if we are
like,
talking
it's-
about Pauly Shore movies, there is actually a really good movie that he was in called Biodome with Stephen Baldwin.
Oh, Biodome.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've
You
actually
want to
never
talk
seen
about real film, and now you're recommending
Hey,
Biodome.
Hey, don't shit on Biodome.
Biodome's a good
I
movie.
like Biodome. But if you're going to try and put it on a list near Citizen Kane,
I'm trying to think of what movie I watched that
Citizen
started it all.
Kane of Dome movies.
That started. I just started.
Pauly Shore was in that
Oh,
movie, right?
God.
I don't know.
Citizen Kane.
yeah, he was.
Citizen Kane.
Oh,
He was
no.
the ball that rolled down the stairs.
He was Rosebud.
Oh, gross.
What? Why is that?
And that's the podcast.
Yep. Okay.
I was trying to think of the movie that I watched. That I think it might. Oh, it was that Heath Ledger movie.
10 Things I Hate About You.
The
Yep.
Dr. Parnassus?
No,
Oh.
10 Things I Hate About You. That
I
was
got
the
you,
movie I
Taylor.
watched. And
I
then
like that movie.
And then Netflix kept recommending all these 90s.
That's got is that the one that's got a JGL in it as a young kid?
Yes, it does.
It does, right?
It does.
Prob-
He's like a
probably.
nerd
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah, because JGL gets with one of the like radical sister.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Heath Ledger gets with like the goody two shoes sister.
No,
You
switched
got that wrong.
Oh,
yeah.
did
Other way around.
Yeah, you got that wrong. Heath Ledger, because they hire Heath Ledger to take out her crazy.
Oh, the bad sister.
The bad sister.
Oh yeah, okay, I remember now.
So this podcast started off with my peeing problems, and it's ending with 10 things I hate about
Yeah.
you.
Your penis.
Start listing
What?
the 10 things.
Oh, I don't fucking remember. This is the poem she reads at the end.
No, I want to know a personal list.
10 things I hate about you.
Well, Thad, I don't want to have my feelings hurt right now. Thad or Addi? Thad and Addi. Every other one will be Thad, 2 will be Addi, 3 will be Thad, 4 will be Addi, 5 will be Addi, 6 will be Addi, 7 will be Thad. Here, you get.
Well, no, the one thing that it's not that I hate about you. It's the thing I hate about us.
What?
Is the fact that one of my first memory with you is watching Abraham Lincoln Vampires.
Yeah, that's the first time we
Hunter.
met.
That was a great fucking movie. Solid movie.
Was it?
Yeah, that was a
I
fucking
don't know that I would call it a
I
fantastic-
fell
solid
asleep trying to
movie.
listen to the book, but the movie might be pretty good.
You fell asleep listening to. Oh man, yeah, you're missing out. Chopping heads,
The
chopping
the
trees.
book was pretty boring.
I mean, it was okay, but it got a little. I mean, I'm gonna say a little over the top.
That's a little hard to say. Abraham. Yeah, the title
But
itself
when
is a
Abraham
little over the
Lincoln
top.
is like
I couldn't relate.
is running across horses' backs in a that are in a stampede,
That sounds pretty cool.
but it was really bad CG.
It was
really,
bad
really
CG.
bad.
But that's what made it good.
And then it ends with him getting. It's like I'm going to the theater.
Yeah, and they're like, "We could make you immortal. You would never die." And he's like, "No, I'm just gonna go see this play." They should have made him immortal. That should have been the twist.
He wasn't actually dead.
Yeah,
He's
he
still
hasn't been
around
dead
us
this
now.
whole time. He's still hunting
He
vampires
avenged his
as
own
a
death.
vampire.
I'm not gonna make the political joke.
No,
Stop.
don't do it.
All right, and that's the podcast.
That's the
You guys
podcast.
want to clap?